Hello friends, welcome to my channel Astrology. I am a keen observer of planetary transits and planetary motion. In this video, we will see the astrological predictions of rise and fall in the prices of gold and silver in COMEX MCX during the period of 13th to 17th July 2020. Whatever I tell in this video only has an astrological base. Please consult your technical assistant or financial advisor for any sort of help in investment. On your screen, you can see the curve of 7 days starting 13th of July. On the y-axis, that is the vertical axis, you can see units, and on the horizontal axis, which is the x-axis, you can see the dates 14, 15, 16, 17. Then you can see 18th and 19th July also. These are weekends, but since planetary motion does not cease to be in existence on weekends, we have curve for these days too. But in this curve, our attention should be from 13th to 17th of July. That is from the date when this curve begins to the end of 17th July 2020. On the vertical axis, that is y-axis, you can see units. These are not prices of gold. Please do not associate them to price. These are only references of the curve which I have made and presented before you in this video. Let us begin understanding this curve. On 13th of July, you can see that the market starts at some level above 76 units and closes at some level above 40 units. So there is an effective fall in the price of gold on 13th of July. On 14th of July, you can see that the market opens at some level above 40. You can see here, market opens here, and then after a small fall, it rises and then again falls to a level somewhere near 58. So effectively market will close a little bit higher on 14th of July 2020. Then on 15th of July you can see market will open at somewhere around 58 where it closed on the previous day, that is on 14th of July, and then it falls and after a great fall it will recover, and by the day closes it will close just below 40 mark. On the screen you can see. So after opening on the reference point of 58, it will close below 40 units. So you can say that market will effectively end up lower than its opening point on 15th of July 2020. On 16th of July too, the market opens where it had closed on 15th of July, and then after a fluctuation, it will end up being lower from its opening point, and it will close somewhere below 22 units. So you can see that there is an effective fall on 16th of July also. So market will close at somewhere below 22 points, you can say. The interesting thing is on 17th of July where market will open below 22 units. From here you can see, and then it will rise and fall, then again rise and then slightly fall to close below 58 units, between 58 and 40 units, as you can see here. So you can say that after opening above 76 units on 13th of July, the market will close below 58 points on 17th of July. So you can say that there is an effective fall, overall fall in the prices of gold during this week. This fall may not be much, but the market will definitely end up on lower point. So we can conclude that there will be an overall fall in the prices of gold during this week. An interesting thing in this curve is that you can see that on 15th and on 16th and on 17th, there will be more falls in the prices of gold. So in case you are looking to buy, you can buy gold during this period. And wherever the prices of gold are on 15th, 16th and 17th of July, on at the closing of 17th July, the prices will end up being higher than those levels. You can easily conclude this from this curve. For your ease, I will also show the daily curve of gold for this week 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17th of July 2020. Behind me now you can see the price of gold, the prediction of prices of gold on 13th of July. You can see that the market will end up being lower than its opening level. This is the curve of 14th July and you can see that the market will end up being on the higher side when it closes. This is the curve of 15th July and you can see that the market will end up being range bound for a good amount of period, then it will fall and then it will rise, but overall it will end up you can say that it can end up being slightly lower than its opening. Now this is the curve of 16th of July 2020 and in this curve you can see that there is initially fall and then there is a rise in the prices of gold and then there is a great fall. Not great actually. You have to see many things. You have to see support level also. But yes, there is a fall and then small rise and then again a fall and then market ends up being at a lower level. I mean, the market will have a lower closing value than the opening value of the day. This is a curve for 17th of July and on this day you can see that the market will end up closing at a higher value than its opening value. There can definitely be some fall during the daytime, but then it will recover and it will end up being at higher value. It is very important to mention here that on the horizontal level, you are seeing some times. These are not US times or ADT times or EST times. These are my local Indian times. So please do not confuse them. If you want to check when there will be a fall or when there will be a rise, you can convert these Indian standard times to your EST or GMT time or EDT time, whichever is applicable to you. Now let us see the astrological predictions of rise and fall in the prices of silver during 13 to 17 July 2020. So behind me you can see the curve of silver, curve of the rise and fall in the prices of silver for this complete week 13 to 17th of July 2020. Let me explain you the curve. In this weekly curve, you can see that the prices of silver will end up closing at a lower value at the end of the week than they were at the starting of week. So just like gold, there is an overall fall in the prices of silver during this week. Let me explain you the curve. You can see that silver will open at a level above 94 units in the curve and by the end of the day on 13th of July 2020 it will end up closing below 70 units. So there will be an overall fall during 13th of July. But if you see the curve, you will see that there can be a rise in the prices of silver and then again there will be a fall. So silver will fall on 13th of July. If you follow the curve of 14th July, you can see that silver prices will start at a level below 70 and then they will continue to fall. And just when they have fallen the most, there will be a rise and then after taking some correction, the market will close just above 46 units in this curve. On the next day, that is on 15th, the market will slightly rise and then continue to fall and then in the end it will have a certain rise, but it will close at a lower value than its opening. On 16th of July, the market will open at, you can say, just above 22 units and it will close at, you can say, below 22 units. So there will be a fall in the prices of silver during this day. On 17th of July, the prices of silver will start below 22 units and then they will continue to rise and silver will close at a level just above 46 units. So we can conclude that the prices of silver should rise on 17th of July 2020. But if we match the 2 points, we will see that during the week there will be an overall fall in the prices of silver. Now I will briefly explain the daily charts of prices of silver. Behind me you can see the chart of 13th of July of rise and fall in the prices of silver. You can see that there is an overall fall in the prices of silver. Silver may rise towards the end and then it will again fall. The curve of 14th of July shows that the silver will fall and then it will rise to reach the opening value and then again it will fall and close. On 15th of July you can see the behavior of silver. It will proceed range bound for a considerable period of time and then it will fall and then again take some correction and the market will close. On 16th of July you can see that after some rises and falls there is an overall reduction in the prices of silver. On 17th of July you can see that the prices of silver open on a lower value and close at a higher value. So we can conclude that the prices of silver will rise on 17th of July as shown by this curve. So we can conclude that the prices of gold and silver will see an overall fall in the week starting on 13th of July 2020 and ending on 17th of July 2020. Dear listeners, if you like the video, then do not forget to subscribe to my channel Astro Tyagi and follow the regular updates. Also click on the bell icon. I will soon be back with a new video. Till then, take care, be safe in this pandemic. Namaste friends.